90.5 is WUOG Athens FM. Switch those. WUOG FM Athens. You're currently listening to D90.5, our unofficial from home Dungeons and Dragons show. This week, we're joined by our same lovely motley crew. It's me, your DM, Chase.
I like that you said unofficial, like we're not an official vlog show, like we're just some freaks who took over doing pirate radio.
Yeah, this is the closest thing that Wulog has to a public access show, and I think that's a pretty reasonable place to be.
I think we have a similar unhinged energy as the best public access TV shows.
Mm-hmm. If Alex Jones was the worst public access TV show to start out of Austin, I think we're the best.
That's right.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I cut somebody off. Sorry.
No.
What was that?
Nothing. Continue.
All right. Our audience.
It was rude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was rude. I keep hearing like y'all cut in and out, so hopefully our audio is listenable. I'm DM Chase. Up first we've got let's go reverse alphabetical.
Oh god.
Oh my god, that puts me first, doesn't it?
Yes, that does.
I'm Will. I'm Court, the wizard, alchemist, chem student extraordinaire, who was recently deemed the most worthy by a bone monster to judge the other party members' souls.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, keep going.
Alright, I forgot how reverse alphabetical worked for a second. I'm Isabel. I'm also Chad, the human barbarian who is very unworthy and very grateful that he somehow made it out of there because he has sinned.
His sins are many.
Okay.
That takes us to.
And I'm Anne. I am Gwen, a level 7 townie ranger.
Town is a class.
I guess.
Multi-classing. Townie and ranger.
I guess her only flaw is that she has pride. And she's mean.
And she's a townie.
She's mean to the dumb.
I know we kind of did it, but I like the idea of doing a fun fact about the character. We kind of talked about what happened in the last episode, but let's have a fun like personality trait fact about each character. We can start in whatever order it occurs to us.
Okay.
Oh, I have one.
Shoot.
Court's a really big Elvis fan.
Really big Elvis fan?
Yeah, and like tries to style their hair like an Elvis style pompadour, but doesn't quite have the same texture.
Oh, I love this mental picture I just got.
So if that helps like build the personality and physical picture, Court really wishes they were Elvis.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's really
like,
good.
You know how I am with Bruce Springsteen?
Yes.
That's how Court is with Elvis.
That's fantastic. Court brings up every Elvis record at music staff and like is saving up for a trip to Graceland. Oh, that's
like
really
we'll cite Elvis lyrics in normal conversation like it's a normal thing to do.
Mm-hmm. And we've been with them for like 2 weeks now, and it's never happened. But I'm waiting for it to happen at any moment.
Well, we're retconning it.
Very good, very good.
I'm gonna Google some Elvis lyrics.
Something about a hound dog. Isabel, do you have a fact?
I'm really thinking. Chad is so no thoughts head empty all the time. I feel like we've already talked about his alcoholism a lot.
What's his favorite order from Fuzzies? What's his go-to?
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
my god, I've never been to Fuzzies.
Does anyone eat the food at Fuzzies?
No, not sober.
Okay.
Marg.
Chad's favorite book. He just learned how to read, so this is a bit of a throwback book for him. But you know those no, you know those like picture books that you used to get with your Chick-fil-A kids meal?
Yes.
Really enjoyed the like picture book Little Women. Because he thought it was neat, and Beth's death made him cry in the
Oh.
Chick-fil-A.
He just tore up If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and he felt ready to move on to Little Women.
Yeah, no, but it's only the picture book version.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's like
To be fair, I've also cried in a Chick-fil-A because of Beth's death.
Oh,
honestly,
me too.
uh,
Oh, I did too. I went and saw Little Women at Alps at that movie theater over there, and then went and got some like consolation fries afterwards because I was just crying so much.
literally, I saw it at Cine, and I just like stood outside for a minute and was like,
What a good film.
eh.
It's great.
1994 version was better, but that's my weird opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just love the ending so much.
It's perfect. It's really great. And final fact.
We're just really leaning into the self-insert OC. And plays pool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I heard that somewhere, or I might have had that in mind, but that's really good.
Oh yeah, we already know that. We already know that. Shoot. Dang.
What's Gwen's favorite pool game? 9-ball, 8-ball?
Oh, she's a fan of Cutthroat. That's pretty fun.
Cutthroat is fun.
And then Classic 8-ball.
Good old 8-ball. Well, I feel like we learned some good things about our good friends. What is the name of this party?
Do we have a unifying theme so far?
I don't think so. Maybe
Unworthy people.
Maybe that's something we have to discover for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
wow.
Because okay, now we've aired all the dirty laundry. I feel like we can start building a rapport.
We just kind of tore down the relations with each other. Now we can build them back up stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or as long as the foundations are strong, we can rebuild. Well, you kind of have like a rainbow theme going on with like the enemies and stuff. So maybe a sort of Power Rangers vibe, or a Sailor Moon vibe, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's foreshadowing.
Yeah, the next boss is Sailor Venus. Good luck. But I think with that, we're about ready to jump in. Our unnamed party finds themselves back at the Stipe residence after awakening from their little sort of day trip to hell, where they were weighed for the value of their souls and were rescued by the lady.
Circle kind of did not hold up well.
Yeah, I mean, some were weighed and found wanting, and then some were court. So I feel
Perfect.
Court is just like even Steven, true neutral.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the Elvis.
Elvis was a straight shooter, as we all know, and not a member of the DEA.
Never has Elvis committed an act of extremity or excess. Or...
Mm-hmm.
Elvis at all.
Elvis is like the modern Bacchus, I think.
I think maybe in this universe, Elvis is really moderate.
Yeah, like a Dionysian like amount of food and drink and drugs, but you know.
What?
The
My Elvis
only thing I know about Elvis is his death.
What about the sandwich?
The peanut butter banana sandwich.
One
time.
Yeah.
I have a fun Elvis fact actually. If you're okay with it.
Oh yeah, take it away. Elvis fact. Our fourth member of the party.
One time he literally hopped on a private plane, flew to Denver, Colorado, so we could have a certain sandwich one place. It's called the Fool's Gold sandwich. where it uses an entire loaf of bread, entire jar of peanut butter, entire jar of jelly, just like a lot of bacon, peanut butter, bacon, jelly, the whole thing, and then he flew back to wherever he was, and that was his night.
And
That
now,
sounds disgusting.
and now his grandchildren are living through a climate crisis.
They called him the king for a reason.
Yeah.
See, that's the kind of thing that court looks up to.
That kind of excess.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does. So I wanna imagine that the three or the four of y'all, Fern is there, as well as Michael Stipe and the owl Noctua, are all sitting there catching up. And Court is regaling everyone with the Fool's Gold Sandwich story. So that's where we catch up. Court said, and then he flew back, and Fern goes, and now his grandchildren are gonna die of global warming.
Why?
Fern really brought a good energy to
Fern.
the meeting here. So does anybody have anything they want to say to each other now that you've been to hell and back?
So, Court, who are you gonna damn to hell?
Huh?
Who are you gonna like condemn to like an eternity of suffering?
I don't understand the question.
Alright.
I forgive you.
Fair enough.
Truly, I was going to say he should damn us all three of us to hell. But fate, and by fate I mean the lady.
Y'all got out of
I don't know much about truth, but I know falsehood when I see it, and it looks like that whole sham of a trial he had going.
Yeah, that whole going to hell thing was most non-triumphant.
There you
It
go.
kind of killed my vibe.
I told Keys I was gonna shoehorn that in, and I did.
I sent her a screenshot from the Bill and Ted NES game where they say like, our treatment of the Native Americans has been most non-triumphant or something.
That's true.
And it obviously made an impact. All right, so I think that's really good. So it's interesting to know Justice and his Circle of Hell did actually have a Fifth Amendment, so you didn't have to tell them any of that.
Well, I did.
But Michael Stipe he puts his head in his hands and he says, well, this seems like it's kind of gotten out of hand. I mean, the first guys you beat up were just a bunch of boxes, and now you're telling us you went to hell?
Yeah. Things escalated.
And was it just y'all in hell?
Oh, no, there was the devil.
Well, not the devil, like a lower level devil. We didn't even deal with the devil.
Well, he was big and scary and bony. That seemed like the devil to me.
He was a devil.
And then Fern chimes in, well, yeah, he was a devil, and then also Jackie was there, and so was Mike.
I miss Jackie.
And
He loved
Yeah, I do.
they're kind of not doing well now, but I mean, who really knows?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's still
Jackie's
cool.
alright.
Pepper's alright.
You hear a cooing in the distance like a regular pigeon just flew by.
That's so weird.
It's like Madame Martha. Oh my god.
I think Michael Stipe is going to take his head out of his hands and then say like, all right, well, it looks like we've got another location set up, but I think y'all should rest. You've kind of had a long several weeks of your life. I think you all deserve a night's
You have
rest.
a long rest, am I right?
Yeah, you can rest for a long time if you would like.
Approximately 8
To
hours.
rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
8 hours is what doctors recommend. You sure can.
Thanks, Dr. Stipe.
No, I never got my MD. And with that, I think everyone's gonna retire for the night. What's the sleeping situation?
What's
Personally-
my wife's house like?
Yeah.
Michael Stipe's house is I want to say cottagecore, but I know that's not Michael Stipe. It's very like modern, like stark white, very sterile. Like
Yeah.
it tries to look futuristic, but it just looks cold and impersonal.
I feel like he's the guy that doesn't have a bed, instead has a like fancy Japanese sleeping mat.
Yeah, he does have
Something like that.
what is essentially a cot in his own room. And he puts on his culturally offensive kimono and he gets ready to go to bed.
I'm judging Michael's type of bird.
Yeah. He is set in his ways. But so
Alice would never do something that culturally insensitive.
no, we're all very sensitive to the cultures here. So I think Fern is gonna crash on the couch. And she's got shoot, what was her cat's name? It was her cat was Flora. Flora curls up on her chest, and it's a cute little moment where you can see like Fern like kind of dozing off, and Flora just like bobs up and down with breathing. It's precious. So I think all of y'all just sort of assemble in the living room. I think everyone is a little bit wary still because, I mean, it doesn't... I think you would have some, like, issues feeling safe and comfortable most anywhere.
Sure.
So I think you're all gonna go ahead and take your long rest. And you wake up next morning to the sound of the TV droning. And Michael Stipe kind of urges all of you to wake up, and he says, guys, I think you should see this on TV.
Oh God, what's up?
On TV, Barry Lesnick is sitting behind his president's desk, and you can see his UGA office in the president's house behind him, and he says, this is Barry Lesnick. I'm the president of the University of Georgia, and I'm not sure how to get in contact with everyone, so I'm sending this message out. If you are the ones responsible for saving the town, or I guess I'm not really sure what's going on around here, but I know somebody's been solving the problem. Can you please come see me? I feel like I've got some stuff to talk about.
Seems like a trap.
What an odd PSA.
Yeah, I don't really trust that dude.
Where did that get us the last time?
That's true.
That's fair.
With no clue that we're involved.
So,
I agree.
all right, so Fern's gonna say, well, that was strange. I mean, you'd think he could just send you an email to your UGA ID, but
Well, I mean, one of us is a townie, so
He's an imposter.
What was that?
He's an imposter.
An imposter. All right. So Fern says, so are y'all gonna go see him? I feel like I need to research what's gonna happen. No one's ever gotten this far in the sort of monster process.
I don't want to see him. I think he's in on it.
yeah, I don't trust him.
Okay.
He gives me what's his name vibes. The Bone Devil.
Oh,
Devil.
Justice or Leash. I think
They're all part of corrupt institutions, okay?
That's right.
one is a justice system in hell, and then the other is State University.
Those are the same in my eyes.
Yes, that's
Look,
fair.
Elvis never went to a state university.
Yeah, which one would you trust more?
Oh,
So
what happened to Jerry Moorhead?
no, that I don't know who Jerry Moorhead is. This is Barry Lesnick.
That's why I'm confused.
What was it about?
What? Okay, fine, whatever.
Do you think
We're not allowed.
do I
We're
think,
not allowed to criticize our overlord.
well, yeah, do you think I could just
in his will grants us
Okay,
our radio station privileges?
I just don't
Because
know.
technically the letters are under his name.
Stop shouting. I don't know who he is. Okay, fine. I don't want to see Barry Lesnick. I don't
Okay.
trust him.
Okay. Did all of y'all say you don't want to go see Barry Lesnick?
Correct.
Okay.
We need to do some recon.
I like that.
Is there any traps? Or traps?
Terps. Okay. So what sort of recon did you have in mind?
Well,
Can you
you
make
said a mansion, right?
what? Sorry.
Where did he say to meet? His mansion?
Yeah, at the president's house.
I mean, we could just, like, go scout the grounds, see if there's anything weird afoot.
Okay. So I think y'all are gonna take the Bronco over to his place. If that's is that what y'all are gonna decide to do?
That sounds good. What time of day is it?
Time of day, first thing in the morning. It's around 9:30 in the morning.
Ooh. Under the cover of dawn.
Under the cover of late morning. So I think y'all are gonna take the Bronco over to the president's house. And you're gonna park right outside, and there's an iron fence that surrounds the property and an iron gate that leads onto a spacious lawn up to a house, a plantation style house that is white with some columns, because of course it is, it's the South.
It's a shame that I don't know magic.
What are you going to do to scout out?
Oh, I guess, let's see. I think I have a spell that'll let me check for traps.
Okay.
Let me try and figure out my stuff. Oh, just kidding. That was something that I could have selected, but I don't have it. So I guess can I just roll perception?
Okay.
19.
Oh, very good. On a 19, you peek through the iron fence, and you notice some well-kept shrubs and a long brick path that winds to the front of the house and around to the side of the house.
No monsters.
No monsters.
No glowing indigo light.
No indigo light as well.
What if he's the monster? I just don't trust him, period.
Maybe we should just, like, go get closer and look in the windows.
Okay. So you put your hand on the iron gate. Who's opening the gate?
It sounds like something Chad should do.
I'll do it.
Okay, Chad, make a sleight of hand roll.
Okay. That's a 15.
Okay, on a 15, you have the wisdom to sort of creak the door open just slightly. And when you creak it, it's odd because you notice the space you're looking into. You've opened the door maybe just a fraction open. The space you're looking into isn't the yard in front of you. It looks like you can see to the left of the door, you can see a rich mahogany bookcase and a painting.
Yeah, I do not trust this, guys. I do not want to go in here.
What happens if we try to climb the fence elsewhere?
Okay, are you going to try to climb the fence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Athletics, I guess?
Yes.
I have a modifier for that. I do not. That is a 12.
Okay. On a 12, you get your foot up on the brick that makes up the bottom of the fence, and you shimmy your way up the iron bar, and you get around the top. But the strange thing is, when you place your hand on the top rung and then another one to reach over the gate, your palm slaps flat against an invisible surface above the gate.
That's weird. Oh, what's happening?
I don't want to go in here. I don't think we should even mess with it. Like,
Yeah, I think we should go back to Stipe's place.
yeah, I think we should just go back to Michael Stipe's place. He doesn't know we're involved.
Have we found
Let's
these children?
Make it keep it that way.
Okay. So the three of you turn around to walk back to the car. And as you turn around, you see a figure standing in front of your car in a very long tie and a rich-looking suit with his sort of trademark glasses on. It looks to be an aspect or a sort of phantom of Barry Lesnick. And he says, "I can understand your hesitation in wanting to meet me, But I just wanted to make a few things clear before you go and check out the area under where you'll be headed next. I can see you're hesitant to trust an authority figure. I can understand that, given all you've been through. But I just wanted to lay out the stakes. You don't have to come meet me at all. I understand. But we're looking at canceling the school year next year if this doesn't get sorted out, and it's going to be a mess, tuition wise, for everything else. So if for nothing else, do it for the money, please. It'll be a whole mess.
But I have no doubt in my mind that you will find a way to keep school in session, no matter what crisis is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
For the money.
Yes. Well, we have our ways. But in any means, it looks like the next place on your map I got a little peek of looks like it's gonna be under our stadium. I'd like to give you full access to the stadium area and as well as a companion. And he snaps his hand, and at his feet appears what looks like a skeletal English bulldog. And he says, "This is old Dan. He was a good number one. Nobody knows the area under Sanford like him." And he goes, "Hello, Governor. How are you?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm
Y'all could have gotten like Rodrigo Blankenship to give us a tour. Like,
he goes, "Well, I'm a bulldog. We all been buried under there, in it."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why are your bones here? Who dug you up?
Well, I've been dead for a very long time, ain't I?
Yeah.
you say ain't? I thought you were British.
He's from the South, too.
And I've
The
been
Bruce
buried
thing.
here quite a while. I've been kind of messed up.
Clearly. I just don't trust you, Barry.
Well, I understand. We can talk a little bit more about that later, but I just wanted you to have...
Where left alive under Sanford is my question, because I've invited you to a lot of Psi Alpha Pi functions, and you have not come to any of them.
Well, you can understand I'm a very busy man, and, like, legally I'm not allowed within, like, 500 feet of anyone who might be 20. That's why I'm... That's why I'm appearing to you in this ghost form.
How are you doing that, by the way?
Well, I've noticed recently that I've got, like, since everything started with the frat house, I've gained some abilities of my own. You might have noticed my illusory gait. I figured that was one of the few ways I could arrange a meeting between us.
That's a little concerning.
Well, I'm not some all-powerful wizard. I'm just a guy. I found these books. You want to come see my books? This one's called A History of Agriculture in the South from 1860 to 1870.
Barry, I don't know how to read, so no.
It's got pictures in it.
Learned.
It's got illustrations every 50 pages.
Oh, God.
That's too many pages. Thanks, though, bud.
Okay. Well, I'm a ghost. I'm gonna ghost, literally. I'm just gonna leave old Dan here with you, and you guys have a great day exploring the gate. Don't get hurt, okay? That's a liability for the university because you are on university property. If you want to sign these waivers here, here, and here, the liability is transferred to you, and we don't have to get legal involved in this.
Oh.
We not sign.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, but, like, I'd be mad about it. Not mad, just disappointed.
Chad's not going to sign under the excuse that he physically cannot.
Oh my God.
Okay, I could just get your verbal consent if you wanted me to, but, I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine.
I don't do oral to men, but thank you.
Oh, no! You and DJ Khaled both, partner. Well, have a great day.
Oh my God.
I mean, whether you're allowed to or not, it's been said.
Yeah.
Alright, well, y'all, I think if you just say my name 3 times, this ghost thing will appear, and I can help you out as needed, but, like, I'm very busy trying to get sort of my life together as a President Wizard now.
I thought you said you weren't a wizard.
Oh, no, it was kind of a joke. I'm not a wizard. That was little sarcastic quip.
Okay, but now you owe me next time So I Apple Pie has an event. You have to come.
Okay, wait, I'm getting a call from Governor Abrams. I gotta go.
It's the best timeline.
All right, well, best of luck, be safe, bye-bye. And he sort of dissipates into a white fog, leaving behind old Dan. He goes, well, so listen it. All right, we gonna proceed?
When you gonna pull everyone aside and say, like, so old Dan's a plant, right? We could agree on that?
I mean, I don't have ears, but I can still hear you. What's that?
Well, too bad. You're just dead. I'm not.
Well,
Suck it.
all right. That's how you want to treat your dog. All right. Cool.
Look, mad respect for you as a dog. However, I don't trust the giver, but it's fine.
No, I like.
Yeah, you're talking about being a wizard and needing like consent for liability. Like, what even is that? I hate this guy.
And he goes, well, it's some very basic accounting principles, but we don't have to get into that. Are we ready to go to the stadium? I can show you your way there if you'd like.
Let's do it. I mean, fact of the matter is, much like us killing Mike, we're gonna have to go for, like, life to advance.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a total loss when we killed Mike.
Okay. Come on, old Dan, lead the way.
Old Dan goes, well, I don't condone murder in any sort of way, but sometimes you gotta do some killing. I'll be very sad about it, but whatever. All right, and he calls shotgun and he runs and he gets in the Bronco and he looks like he's gonna hang his tongue out of the car, but he doesn't have a tongue, so it's just kind of his jaw open.
That's so sad.
And he's
kind of cute in a weird way.
Yeah, it's very Frankenweenie, but
Is his mouth moving as he speaks, or are we just hearing his voice in our heads?
I think you're hearing the voice in your head, and he's kind of doing like head motions to like he cocks his head when he's confused, and he does like dog things,
Aww.
That's pretty cute. All right.
He's kind of endearing. He's got a cute little like leather collar, and it's got a little thing that says 1 on it, like the Roman numeral 1.
Aww. Chad wants to adopt this little ghost dog now.
He says, "Wait, you gonna be my master?"
No, I want to be your friend.
Oh, yeah. I've been kind of shy of the friend department. My owner passed shortly after I did. Just found out about it. It's a little bit crushing, really.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. We're gonna be good friends, okay, old man?
Oh, I love a good friend. Hey, can you? I know I don't have ears anymore, but little scratchums behind the ears.
I'm going to try.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that feels very good. I like that.
I'm glad. You're my best friend now.
Wait, I'm decently sized. I'm not the smallest pupper myself, but do you mind if I sort of climb up on your shoulder? I'll be a little companion up there? Like
Oh, I would love nothing more, old Dan.
Oh, great. Let me just
Triumphant.
let me
really
just
wanted it on the old Dan thing, huh?
Chad is a fickle man.
Oh, all right. I'm sort of perched up here, like I hear the kids talking about Remy, the ratatouille, the rat who makes ratatouille. All right. Off we go. We're bound for Tanyard Creek up by Bolton Dining Hall. If you wouldn't mind stopping by. All right. We ready?
Yeah, let's roll.
All
Wait,
right.
where does this? 1 second. Where does the door here lead?
Sorry.
Where does the door here lead?
Oh yes, the door that would have led to Barry's office, and you could have met the corporeal Barry. He saw that his door was opening and no one came through. Heard your conversation. You weren't very excited, and then he decided, you know what? I'll send Ghost Barry out into the world to do my bidding. And he had the discussion, and then he retreated back to his corporeal form in his office.
Noted.
Now, what's this about him not being able to talk to people that are under 20?
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
I'm actually under a non-disclosure agreement.
Oh my god.
He'll take me to
I didn't know
court for
ghost
every.
dogs could be subject to
You're a
NDAs.
dog. You're already dead.
Yes, I am dead and a dog, but he's got the best lawyers in the southeast.
Yeah, I think that we should be putting old Dan in this kind of uncomfortable position. I
mhm.
support you in your the agreement.
Oh my god.
Non-disclosure? You having a hard time with all the syllables? It's quite alright. I'll be your grammar coach.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And maybe I could be a bit of, a reverse ventriloquist. Maybe I'll project my voice and you can move your mouth so it looks like you're saying smart things. Plus, you'll have an English accent, and the ladies love an English accent.
This is just like Ratatouille.
Oh my god.
All right,
Okay.
that's
Lead the
excellent.
way. Lead the way, old Dan.
All right, just kind of perch myself up on Chad's head a little bit so I can see where we're going, and off we go. And so the now four of you enter the Bronco, and you make your way over and park at Legion Field. And old Dan sort of trots over in front of you to the small hill that enters down into Tanyard Creek Basin. He explains along the way. A lot of people don't know this, but, well, I guess a lot of people do. It's kind of a thing. Tanyard Creek runs directly under Sanford Stadium. And according to the School of Geography and Geology right up the hill up there, they've noted there's a lot of seismic activity going on under the stadium ever since last night. If you had actually gotten here sooner, you might have been able to handle things, but granted, we all need our sleep. I'm not faulting you for that. However, the seismic activity seems to have stopped, and we are now facing a much larger area under the stadium that looks to be a sort of cavern or sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure. So that's where we are.
Huh.
Well, I have a flashlight on my phone if that'll help us with the cavern situation.
Oh, wait. No need. Watch this. And then he shakes his head, and then his eyes glow out like a piercing green light that sort of looks like it would get through the darkness. And he goes, "Oh, I call this a torch, but you Americans might call it a flashlight."
You're the coolest thing I've ever met.
Is Bone Nugget not American?
Sorry?
Are you not American?
No, I'm an English bulldog.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Yeah, hence the accent. My family's lived here for hundreds of years, but I'm an English bulldog. Carry on the proud tradition. Came across the pond and all that. Slipping into Ringo.
So the accent.
I have noticed. You're pretty Beatlesy.
Yeah, I've got there, haven't I?
Huh. I wonder what the current other's accent sounds like. Is it just completely mangled?
Oh, it sounds a bit Cockney, a bit of a chav.
That tracks.
Yeah, very disappointed, and we call him Tenny, as in
It's not his fault.
Alfred.
Why do you call him Tenor? That's like a money.
Yeah, but he's the 10th one. I call him Alfred Lloyd Tennyson. That's his full name.
That's pretty good.
However, he's just the 10th one.
Oh, but we did your entire breed a disservice.
Yeah, we've all been born with some respiratory problems. Some of us have only lived a couple months as the Ugga. However, that's life in it.
I
That's
guess.
so sad. But
Yeah.
now you can live forever in death, right?
Oh god.
Well, that's kind of morbid, really. I prefer just living,
I'm so sorry.
It's quite all right. I wouldn't expect you all to understand the intricacies of dying and going to hell. However, all dogs go to heaven, so that's a bonus. I'm kind of just trapped here, but it's kind of nice. I like you guys.
So some dogs stay in purgatory.
Well, all dogs go to heaven. Some get recalled for plot purposes.
Huh. Interesting. Well, that begs the question.
It begs a lot. I'm good at begging. Sorry.
I said that begs the question: who's the one plotting? The god?
Um,
Is it those middle schoolers?
uh, he goes by DM Chase.
Huh.
He is plotting and conniving, and he's putting the whole universe together. But he's not got a god complex about it. It's just this one thing.
Well, that's nice of him.
Hey, he's a pretty chill guy. Maybe I'll meet him someday. Who knows? Anyway, forward into the breach is an English thing. Come on. And with that, he enters sort of in a waiting fashion. He does a little doggy paddle as it gets deeper. He enters the Tanyard Creek Basin, which will go further under the stadium. You all follow, and you can feel that the water is rising up your legs until it's around chest height on Gwen, which means that Court is like treading water, and Chad is like up to his stomach.
Yeah, Gwen's tall.
Yeah, Gwen is very tall, but Chad is just big. He displaces water, and he's kind of buoyant.
Really, Chad has made it harder for Court to keep afloat.
Chad, do you want to call Court over and see if you can hold him over your head like a rifle during World War II?
Yes.
So you all make your way until you come across a concrete ledge in front of you, and the four of you climb up on it. And he goes, all right, this is sort of the end of what was unaffected by seismic activity before us here. If you look down, I'm looking with my eyes, so it's illuminated for you all. It looks to be one long, somehow cobblestone archway. We don't know what the cobblestone came of, but it is made of pavers. A long archway that proceeds all the way down. There does seem to be a waterfall at the end of it with some runoff running from here to there. So be very careful you don't slip and go over the waterfall. It looks like there are 2 rooms on the right and 1 on the left. We should do our due diligence and explore before continuing down into the deeper cavern.
Okay. Let's do the one on the right. Unless anyone has any issues with that.
So there's 2 doors on the right. And basically there's one closest to you and one furthest from you. Which one are you going to go to first?
So the one. Okay, yeah, further.
Okay. Sorry.
First, because he can absorb the most.
What?
Chad will go in first because he can absorb the most.
Absorb the most damage?
Yes,
just in general.
He's just a big
like
boy.
A sponge.
Okay. He can just like suck. Oh. So, you all walk into the furthest archway on the right, and you look into it. And your vision is kind of obscured. Everybody make a DC 15 perception check. You have to be at a DC 15 to spot what's in here.
Wait, would that be on a D20?
Yeah, D20. Just do a perception check.
I do not see it.
Even if we have dark vision?
Dark vision does not benefit.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Okay.
11.
12, 11.
10?
11.
Okay. So on those rolls, you see through a thick fog. You can see what looks like the shape of a bow in the middle of the room. And this bow, you can faintly make it out, but it looks like it's organic. Like all bows are made of wood, but this one seems to have vines and what appears to be kudzu growing around it, with pink petals blossoming.
Classic. So like it was like grown into a bow.
Yeah.
Okay.
From kudzu native to Georgia, and also a band.
Is it native to Georgia?
Are there any arrows?
Yes. There's a full quiver of arrows sitting next to it. Also, Will, I chose the name kudzu before, kudzu was a pre-rolled bow before I found it. Sorry. So yes, it appears to be a bow with like a quiver full of arrows.
Chad wants to take it.
Chad wants to take it.
Can he roll, or can I guess, roll investigation to see if it's like evil?
Yeah. What are you gonna do to see if it's evil? The bow.
Arcana?
I don't know. Would it be an Arcana roll then?
Arcana would be to detect magic on it. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
I think you would have to. There's a spell that's like detect good or evil that I would do for the like morality of the bow, but on an Arcana check you can see if it's
Well, I
magic.
got a 3, so I don't think it's helpful.
Oh god.
Yeah, on a 3 you sense magic, and then you realize it's the axe that's in your hands, and you say, "Oh."
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, Gwen is just gonna warn that, like, if it was cursed, kudzu grows really fast and smothers everything under it. So, like,
I'm not going to pick it up then. Thank you, Gwen. Yeah, that negative intelligence modifier is really getting me.
So does anyone else want to make a check?
I'm good, I think.
yeah, let's see. I guess, what are other things we can check for? Court, you got any ideas?
We already did Arcana.
I mean, y'all could do another Arcana check.
I'll do Arcana check. I got a +6. I might as well. So I rolled a 10, so that's gonna not be helpful probably. Can I roll an investigation check?
Yeah. Okay.
God, my rolls are bad. Man, I got a 7, so.
Well,
survival check to see if we can survive.
Okay.
Maybe history check? Does it seem to have any like significance?
Yeah. You can check for that.
Okay. Is a 15.
Okay, on a 15, you seem to have recalled that this bow has been present in Georgian history ever since white people arrived. It was first used by a Native American land strider. He traveled the lands and used that bow, which somehow kept living properties to provide for his people, to hunt for food. It was taken from him during the Civil War and given to a Confederate officer who used it, and it seemed to bring about an untimely death in the middle of the night one night. The bow had been lost to Athens for hundreds of years, but it looks like it might have just emerged because of all the seismic activity.
So it only kills the evil.
Sorry?
He was like immortal because of the bow?
No, the bow itself is like living wood. Like it's not dead.
Right. So, but like he stayed alive from the first time George Oglethorpe came over until the Civil War.
No, it wasn't the same guy, the same Native American man. It was kept in a family, and it was taken from the family during the Civil War.
I see.
Okay, but when it was taken from the family in the Civil War, it caused like an early death to the person who took it. So it only kills evil.
Right.
So maybe we shouldn't take it.
It may not be
you know what, Anne, why don't you make a wisdom roll? Just a flat wisdom roll.
Okay. 1 second. That's an 11.
Okay, on an 11, you start to hear a faint voice that whispers just to you, and you can hear it whisper to you, and it says, Landstrider, Ranger, Explorer, and it just repeats that over itself.
Oh, this is like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, You're sitting in the corner of a bar and you watch a kid disappear.
If I get closer, does the voice get stronger?
Yes, the voice gets stronger, and the fog gets less transparent, or it gets more transparent, less opaque.
Okay. Can I like look around now?
Mm-hmm.
Or anything?
So, I think what's gonna happen is you try to dissipate the fog, by moving close to it. And when you move close to it, you notice the fog suddenly becomes very thick, and it grabs your arm, and you can see that it is not fog. Instead, it seems to be some gel or some thick viscous liquid that has grabbed your arm, and you're now trapped by that one arm.
Stupid cube! Gets me every time!
Chad's gonna say, "Don't worry, I'll just chop that arm off."
Oh my god, don't do that.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna try to chop?
No, after being yelled at. No.
Okay, you're not gonna chop.
No.
Can I just try to extricate my hand from the slime?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, strength. That's a 4!
Okay, so you try to move your arm, and you can't move your arm any further out of the cube. In addition, you're gonna take 1 point of acid damage. So
Can
you're
I
still
try to like pull her out as a strong man?
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, try to pull her out. I'm gonna call that assisting a strength check. So Gwen, go ahead and make another strength roll, and you can add +2 to it because Chad is assisting.
That's a 19.
Okay, on a 19 you come completely free, and you notice the gelatinous cube starts to ripple, and you can hear louder the voice in your head say, free me, Ranger."
Oh god. Okay. We should free the bow. I like it. It's chill.
And Old Dan goes,
It's chill or it's evil. But like, either way.
Either way, we're in it
stuck.
now.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Old Dan
Right,
goes,
with the bow.
Old Dan says, "My word," and I think this is where combat starts. All right.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Let's roll initiative.
That is an 8.
I got 9.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay. Gwen, 8. Court, 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Chad, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the gel rolled a 10. Okay. Boo 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 boo. Oh, what's the Pokemon battle music? 'Cause that's where we're at. All right, Chad, you're up first.
All right. What is the enemy and where is it?
Okay, the enemy looks to have taken up the volume of the room that the bow is in, and its only sort of method of attack is through this archway. It sort of looks like a rippling portal in the doorway, but it's reaching out like small tentacles, like pseudopods, and flailing towards you.
Okay. Chad is really not sure how to do this, but he's going to throw his hand axes
Okay.
in that action.
Don't hit the bow.
It's 2 hand axes.
Okay, roll to hit.
Okay. So the first one is a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. Oh shoot, sorry.
How would you miss it?
I don't know.
I think when it misses, it just slaps the projectile out of the air.
And then that is 7 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is a 26 to hit.
Oh my word,
With-
yeah.
Good Lord, Chad.
Another 6 points of damage.
Okay. All right. You can see some small slices open up in the gel. And up next is the gel. This hallway is very thin. So I think you're all within 10 feet of it at any point. So the pseudopod of the gel is going to lash out towards you, Chad.
Okay.
That's a 15.
That will indeed hit.
Okay, and you're gonna take 9 points of acid damage.
Alright.
Okay, and that's his turn.
In response, Chad's just gonna go.
It
Mad?
burns. Okay.
Barbarian.
Not raging.
He's about to. I just have to wait for it.
He's going to rage. Court, you're up.
Yeah, so not really sure what to do here.
Yeah, I mean,
Guess I'm just Where's
mess around and find out, you know.
Yeah, guess mess it. Yeah, alright, whatever. I'm casting Burning Hands.
All right.
Uh,
You want to tell us what it looks like?
yeah, I put my hands together. My hands begin, a thin sheet of flames goes forth from my hands, and I'm just gonna try and burn the mysterious enemy.
Perfect.
It's super
And
effective.
it needs to make a dex throw, beat 14.
Admittedly, Dex is not the gel's
Strong
best
suit?
strong suit. No,
You'll love to hear it.
that is a 13.
Okay, fantastic. So that's gonna do 3d6. I'm gonna roll that real fast.
Oof.
So that's gonna do 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. You can you notice where the gel is impacted by flame, it sort of blackens and crisps, and the gel
What is that?
writhes and sort of rotates fresh gel back to the front of it.
Wasn't into that.
Oh. Hello.
What's that?
Is there a fire alarm? Hello? Oh, fun. The fire alarm went off at Isabel and Anne's place.
Are they okay?
Yeah, Isabel is sending messages in our Discord, and they've muted themselves. But
I think we're good now.
oh, we're good? Okay, great. I was about to say like we can pause the recording, but we're good.
You know,
Any fires?
It just
It was-
smells
it
burnt.
it was a result of the burning hands.
Oh, that's right, the crispy boy.
Good boy.
All right.
Let's go, Court.
Well, I'm glad.
Thanks, bud.
I'm glad everything's okay.
Oh yeah, no, people are just cooking. You know how it be.
Yeah, that's fair. Cooking and baking, if you know what I mean. Up next is Gwen.
Okay, Gwen is going to. I think she's just gonna do the tried and true stab with
Stabby
Venus
stab.
Wrath.
Perfect.
Let's see here. You remember what? Yeah.
Are you gonna mark it as your quote?
Oh yeah, I should mark it as like 4 year. You're
Well,
right.
that's some table talk, but I'll let it slide.
Oh, sorry.
I was planning on it, however.
Okay.
Sorry. It's weird when I'm actually like present.
hmm
All right, she's gonna go. You.
And you hear me come from the jail.
Yeah, you. He's gonna stab it with Athena's wrath. That is a 6 to hit.
That does not hit.
A
Um,
thing.
and he goes, "All right, guess it wasn't me."
Wow,
Chad,
you sound talkative for a gelatinous cube.
and then you just hear.
That's what I.
Ew.
Chad, you're back up.
Alright, Chad is going to do the same. Well, first he's going to enter into a rage.
Do it.
And then he's going to throw his hand axes again.
Okay, how many hand axes do you have?
I just figured that I would like be able to run up and pick him up. I haven't really been
Well,
thinking.
It's
here's
like
the
God of
thing.
War. He holds
Yes.
out his hand.
I just assumed because they're like my specialty, like barbarian weapons, that I would just have access to them.
Okay, so you just have 2, and I've allowed you to retrieve them every time, but you just threw it into Jello, and I think it absorbed it.
Okay, actually, then he's going to take his fire axe instead.
Fire. Sorry.
And he's gonna run up and kind of hack. And so that is going to be sorry. This adds like a bunch of addition because it's a specialty.
Love to see it. When you said you're gonna hack it, I got a mental image of a big frat boy behind a computer, like, I'm in.
Range.
That's going to be a 12 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh, nice.
The AC of a cube is very low.
That does make sense.
And yet Gwen still.
You know what? Gwen, you met it.
I thought meats at pizza.
Not for AC.
I guess.
And so that's 10 points of damage.
It's 5 points of damage? Is that what you said?
10.
10 points of damage. Okay, don't know where I got 5, but alright. You definitely slash it, and you see no wounds appear on it, but it does recoil from your touch.
Does it have anything to say?
Sorry?
Does it have anything to say?
It says, and every time we touch, I get this feeling. No, it doesn't say that.
I was about to be like, I'm going to stop attacking you now.
No, it doesn't say anything because it's just a gelatinous cube. Up next is said gelatinous cube, and this time it's going to go after Court because it doesn't like being treated like a marshmallow.
Well, I can't blame him for that one, I guess.
That's fair. It's going to lash out its pseudopod towards Court. And that is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And you are going to take 3 points of acid damage.
Oh no, not acid.
Oh no, Court hates acid. Alright, up next, we're back to Court.
Time. And Firebolt, it's going to be an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
And do 15 points of damage.
Okay, on 15 points of damage, you see your firebolt like penetrate deep into the gel, and a small burst of flame erupts from inside the gel, and it makes an uncomfortable sound. Up next is Gwen.
Okay, we should be careful of the bow inside, please. But Gwen is going. I just realized Gwen has 2 attacks, so she's gonna stab it twice.
Good.
Forgot about that advantage. So first one is a 10.
Okay, a 10 does hit.
Yay. So that is gonna do Mute. I think it's oh, it was actually 12 plus 2 to hit and plus 2 to damage.
Okay. So did you say your
Mhm.
damage? I'm sorry, I zoned out.
Oh, it's all good. So 1 sec. It's 1d8 plus 1d6 because it's her quarry, plus I believe another d8 because it's injured. So that's 12 points of damage for the first attack.
Oof. All right. It does not like that.
Makes sense. All right, that's an 8 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. Gonna be just 8 points of damage.
Okay. And it does not take those 2 spearings very well. It
Yeah.
it pulls back away from you. But quickly sort of like edges towards you again, like it's ready to go after you, Gwen. It does not like you. Chad, you're up.
Okay, so the fire didn't really seem to like do anything. So I'm going to take my great axe again, which doesn't, it's just like a simple regular, I don't know what kind of damage it is.
Chad is strapped.
Chad has a lot of weapons. He like came with
keeps that thing on.
weapons, like level 1. And so he's going to take his great axe and kind of just hack. And I also discovered that the last time we got things, I got another hand axe.
You didn't know about my third hand axe, DM.
I forgot about her. But he's going to throw that
Wait. I know you're in the middle of attacking here, but I think we stumbled upon a really important fact. He has 3 hand axes, and he referred to them by a her pronoun. What are their names, Chad?
Okay, so the first one, that will be my fun fact for the next week when I come up with names for my hand axes.
Oh my god, is anyone else thinking of that TikTok sound? It's like, these are my ladies.
Yes. I was thinking of Mambo number 5, but yes.
I promise I will come up with names for the 3 hand axes. I'm writing it down right now.
Thank you. Thank you. You can continue with your attack, but I thought that was too good to not, like, monopolize.
So right, that will be my fun fact next week. I'm excited. But yes, he's going to first, so what's great about being a barbarian is I have so many like random like 2-weapon fighting plus my rage. So I'm going to first throw my hand axe, because he knows that's a tried and true. All right, that is a 25 to hit.
Oh, you know it hits.
And then that is going to be 1 second. Let me roll again. Another 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hack with my great axe.
It's a really good axe.
It's super. And that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Yep.
With second 7 points of damage.
Okay. After your attacks, this gel is looking like cut to ribbons. It looks like the top of like a Jello container that somebody just stabbed a bunch. There's a lot of perforations, but this gel, it starts to sort of pulse with a indigo light, and it moves towards you all. Specifically, it moves towards you, Gwen. Can you make a dex save for me?
Yeah. That is a 13.
Okay, on a 13, you jump up a little bit off the ground and you stick your feet against the gel and push, and you roll out of the way. You haven't been engulfed. But the cube turns its attention to Chad, who is next to you. Chad, make a dex throw.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Chad.
Okay. What happens when you're the biggest and the strongest?
Strong.
Oh god, that was nasty. I also got a 13.
Okay, on a 13, you do a little action roll out of the way too. The gel has now entered the hallway, and it split the party. So Chad and Gwen, you are on one side of the hallway, and then Court and Old Dan is on the other side of the hall with you. But this gel is not looking great. Court, you're up.
I think you know what I'm about to do.
I'm feeling a fire.
Casting Firebolt. That's right, baby. That's going to be a 10 to hit.
It does hit.
Nice. So that's going to do a whopping... That's going to do 12 damage.
All right. On that fireball, you're going to cast it, and it's going to like catch the whole gel on fire. And you're watching the gel melt and get caught up in the sluice, and it's going to run all the way to the end of the ramp, off the sluice gate, and down into the cavern below.
Love to see it.
You now have full access to the room where the bow is laying on the ground unharmed. And it calls to you, Gwen.
Gwen's gonna be like, can I pick you up?
Yes, I've been waiting for a wielder for hundreds of years.
Okay, a wielder? You're not going to wield me, yes?
No. I am but a tool in a worthy hand.
Hey, insight check that.
Yeah, you can insight check.
That's an 18.
Okay, on an 18, you can tell that it is not lying to you. It has been waiting for a worthy hand that will guide it. And it seems to like revere you and respect you, like one who knows how to use its power for good.
Cool. I'm gonna pick it up.
Cool. So you've acquired the bow called Kudzu. It is a +3 to hit longbow. And in addition to doing regular longbow damage, it does 2d6 poison damage.
Oh, wow.
So a couple smaller effects. I don't know if you're just writing this down because I don't know if Beyond like has a thing for it. You can cast the cantrip Plant Growth at will. It'll take up 1 action. And in addition, the pink blossoms that grow on the bow, you can choose to leave behind you as a sort of breadcrumb.
Okay. How many blossoms are there? Or do they grow back?
Sorry?
Do they grow back like immediately if I have unlimited blossoms? Or
Yeah. Since it's a living bow, it'll grow blossoms. And from what you can tell by the quiver seems to be made of long, basically sticks. So it appears that the bow is also generating arrows.
Okay.
It's a pretty cool bow.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were evil.
It's quite all right. So Old Dan says, well, you took care of that pudding fellow quite quickly. It looks like we are left with 2 rooms, and then we should proceed down into the end.
Huh. Yeah.
Let's go to let's go to the room on the left.
Okay. So the moment that you enter the room on the left, you hear a loud rumbling from the opposite room, the other room you haven't been to, and it collapses. And it doesn't look like you can enter it. So you enter the room, and this room, it's rocky with some outcrops, and you notice a chest in front of you. You can only see the chest super well because of illumination from some glowing minerals on the walls around you.
Okay. Roll perception.
Yeah.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay. On an unnatural 20, you hear breathing coming from the room, but you can't tell where it's coming from.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
something's breathing here.
What's that?
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Because
because it doesn't sound like us, and old Dan doesn't breathe. So
does old Dan like pant audibly even though he doesn't breathe like a dog?
Well, his jaw hangs open, but he has no tongue. But you can tell in your mind there's a little bit of a panting noise, but it doesn't sound like deep breathing.
I just really, really love old Dan. I just want to put it out there that Chad just loves old Dan so much.
Old Dan thinks back into just your head. He goes, "I love you too very much."
This is what Chad's needed the whole time.
Oh my god. He's gonna bring him back to Psyop and High or whatever.
Well, he's gonna be the house pet. He better.
Yeah, of course. Alright. So what do we want to do about the breathing, y'all?
Oh wait, real quick. Can Chad get his all three of his hand axes back?
Yeah, you collected them from the space that the gel occupied.
Okay.
He would ooze.
Chad is going to wield them.
Okay.
Or wield them. Just
All
like
three of them?
Yeah, he's got
to wield one of them just to like.
No, he's
as like a
he's wielding all three because old Dan is sitting on your shoulder with another one in his mouth, ready to drop
Oh.
into your hand.
Okay, yes, I love that. Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's just going to he's not going to attack anything because he can't really see anything to attack, but he wants it to know that he can and he will inflict damage.
He is strapped.
Okay.
He's strapped.
So you're gonna threaten the room?
Yes, because he can hear breathing, so he knows something's watching.
Okay, make an intimidation roll.
Okay. I think I should roll with advantage because he is bad.
Okay.
Wait, it doesn't even matter. I got a nat 20 the first time.
Oh my word. Okay. On a nat 20, the chest opens and you hear like a panicked yelling coming from the chest, and the chest spurts teeth and a tongue, and it just like vomits its occupant, like the thing that was occupying it, to you, and it slams shut and it doesn't open anymore.
Ooh.
A mimic.
Yeah. So Gwen has inferred that it was a mimic. It took the form of a chest.
Gwen's played a lot of video games.
Yeah, you played Prey and you really loved it. So what it vomited up at y'all so easily, was two gloves, a left and a right hand glove. They are called thermo gloves. The left glove is a fire-based glove and the right is ice. Depending on the glove, you get either +2 fire damage or +2 ice damage to unarmed attacks specifically. The fire glove can set flammable objects on fire on touch, and the ice glove can freeze a 10-foot cube of water on touch. So who wants it?
And I feel like you can pack a punch.
Okay, I'll take it. Unless Court wants it.
I'm good. I got enough fire.
Yeah, Court already has the fire
You already
hand.
have fire hands, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But fire
Alright.
punches.
Well, technically, one of you could take a single glove.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Can I have fire since you've already have fire hands?
Yeah.
Cool.
All
Oh my
right.
god, it's Blades of Glory.
So Court, you've got the right glove of ice, and
Nice.
Chad, you've got the left glove of fire.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send this and what Kudzu does into the chat just so y'all can read it.
Appreciate it.
And
you.
we are going to keep it moving. And old Dan goes like, well, pretty glad these magic items were here for you all to use. I hope we don't need them too badly over the waterfall.
A waterfall, you say?
Yes, the sluice gate down at the end. It empties into... All we can detect on radar was a large chamber.
Well, if we need to freeze it, your guy.
Oh, oh no, that is a thing. Well,
I'm sorry. Did God create a boulder that even he cannot lift?
he created a boulder that it's pretty hard for him to lift, but he can lift it, but he can't throw it at his creation like he wants to.
Oh no, what a shame.
So are you what's the move?
I guess there's still that middle room.
But it's like inaccessible.
Yeah, it looks like it's been caved in.
Let's just keep. Is there like? Can we keep going down the hallway?
Yeah, you can walk down. It's kind of at a slant, so water can run down into the chamber below. And you walk all the way to the end, and there's a large iron gate. And you look down the gate into what looks to be like a 50-foot water drop into the cavern below.
Water slide.
The iron gate starts to vibrate, and you hear a voice say, "Wow, not so fast before you proceed."
Oh God. Why does it sound like that?
I'm Kermit, the Trivia Gate.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
sorry, Kermit?
I'm Kermit, the Trivia Gate. And you notice on the far corner, there's been a small Muppet like Kermit impaled on the end of it that seems to have gained sentience. It looks like some college students.
Lost my mind.
It looks like some college students put it there as a prank, but its eyes are glowing indigo. And it says, "Before you proceed, I have 3 questions for ye."
For ye?
For ye. It's
Oh,
it's
my
a
mind is
rhyme.
left
It's a slant rhyme.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Are ye prepared to answer my questions?
Do we have a choice?
No. Oh. All right, first
Well.
question. Hopefully you don't have the aid of any sort of advanced searching device. I was put down here in 1995. The first question regarding the University of Georgia. Oh. What was the first mascot of the university?
That was a goat, right?
Oh, correct. Very good. The second question is along the same lines. What is the South's oldest rivalry?
The South's oldest rivalry?
Yes, specifically football.
Oh, I was gonna say aside to the gang. I was gonna say, is it versus the North?
Oh no, it's older than that.
Interesting.
Brothers were able to forgive each other over the Great War, however, football is unforgivable.
Is it Auburn and UGA?
Oh, that's correct. And going on to the third question, who's the best boy at UGA?
I'm gonna delegate Chad into that one.
Well, it looks like there's been a muting situation, but
Oh, we lost Chad. Oh God.
Chad is petrified with fear, and old Dan speaks up. Well, I believe it's me. I'm the best boy at UGA. And Kermit goes, "That's correct. Have a great trip." And the gate swings wide open.
Yay!
And then he plummets, and he sings the Rainbow Connection on the way down. All right.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm gonna make a little note to maybe trim out silence here. We're like an hour and 23 in, until we figure out what's going on here.
Oh, so I used an advanced searching device that wasn't available to Kermit in 1995, and I googled South's oldest rivalry, and it's also the Carolina-Virginia football rivalry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it began in 1892.
They tried to claim it, but it's us.
All right, y'all are back now.
Hey, we're back. What was up?
Hooray!
I'll ever lose each other.
What? Sorry?
Do y'all ever lose each other, or did we just drop off the call?
No, it just looked like Isabel was muted.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
That's super weird. No, you were like talking as Kermit, and then it just like stopped.
Okay, so what you missed is there was a small Kermit Muppet that was impaled on the gate, and it was now asking 3 trivia questions. And Court took care of it, and he asked what the first mascot was. It's a goat. What the oldest rivalry was. It's Auburn. And who the best boy at UGA was. And old Dan piped up and he says, "Well, I believe it's me. I'm the best boy."
Aww.
So he's the
Nice.
best.
You're so right, old Dan. And Chad's gonna scratch him behind the ears again.
Sorry, my cat has something in his mouth. I made a note that I'm gonna trim the recording right here, so I'm just gonna take a second and deal with the cat.
What's in your mouth?
What's in your mouth? Open up that mouth, boy. Oh my word. Guess what it was? It's a little kitty cat tooth.
Aww.
He's teething.
He's teething. He doesn't look very happy about it. 3, 2, 1, and we're back from the quick little technical difficulty, where we just were Kermit the gate swung wide open, and he plummeted into the darkness below, singing Rainbow Connection. So now you're all faced.
Peace.
Sorry.
Is he finally at peace?
Yes, he has found rest with Jim Henson now, and they've been reunited. It's really sweet, actually.
Aww.
So now you're faced with this waterfall, which falls about 50 feet into what sounds like water hitting water below.
Well, is there anything that we can tie a rope to?
No, it's a pretty just cavernous drop.
Any chance we could say freeze a 10x10 cube and perhaps ride it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Now you can. You know, this was going to be one of those things, like in every campaign, the DM's like, you should have found rope somewhere. But,
Well, we have rope.
well, okay. How much rope do you have?
Like 50 feet. That's what comes standard in the Adventurers pack. That's why I asked if we could tie something.
Well, yeah, I guess you could tie to the iron gate and make your way down.
Okay. Yeah. I mean.
Are you kidding that 50 feet comes standard?
Yeah.
I'm a bad DM. Okay. Yeah, the drop is 50
have
feet.
rope.
The drop is
What
50.
do you like to edit it and say 100-foot drop?
Nope, the drop is 50 feet. I said 50 feet. It's 50 feet. You all make your way down safely.
Nice.
You all make your way safely down to the bottom of the cavern, and old Dan turns his headlights to the middle of the room, and he says, "Well, what's all that over there then?" And
So what was that?
what's all this then? And
What's that?
Gwen, I think you're the first to be able to make it out. It is what looks like 9 headstones all in a row.
Oh.
And once you get closer, it becomes apparent Uggas 1 through 9 lay in the bottom of this cavern. You know their grave site used to be further up in altitude, but it looks like it must have plummeted here. And you can hear old Dan say, "Well, this is kind of morbid, isn't it? Have y'all ever had a ghost come upon his own grave?"
This is so
Yeah,
sad.
kind of.
This is not that far off from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but this is a dog.
No. Well, this is a lot
Chad's
to deal with.
Chad's going to pat old Dan behind the ears because he wants to comfort him.
He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh,
That's all, buddy.
I really appreciate that. Thank you then." But as soon as your attention turns to these 9 headstones, they all start to glow indigo.
More dogs. More dogs.
And
A dog for everyone.
A dog for every man. And they glow the two on the end, and they work their way inwards in sort of a pattern that gets quicker and quicker and quicker until they all become illuminated.
Cool.
It's neat.
So what do y'all feel like doing?
Hey, old Dan, you know anything about this?
No, in fact, I'm quite frightened by this. This doesn't look to be Barry's magic. This looks to be the sort of thing that you were sent to deal with, and I'm very frightened. I've never been along in one of these situations. I don't like it very much. And he starts to like.
Stone illuminated as well, or just the other 8?
Old Dan's grave is empty because he's made of bone. So the bones came from there.
Does make sense.
So.
Well, Dan.
Oh, so the bones are glowing, not the headstones.
Yes, the headstones are glowing of all of the graves. The bones are not glowing. However, you know whose bones are glowing?
Oh no.
Oh god.
From the ground emerges Uggas 2 through 9. And their
Don't
bones
fight the dogs.
their bones leave their original form as man's faithful companion, and they build into a larger shape. A shape that sort of resembles more anthropomorphic in nature in terms of structure, but clearly canine in origin, with 4 heads on each. The first large dog announces himself, "I am Ive," and you can spell that I-I-V because it's 2 through 5. And the second one announces, "I am Vix," because VI through IX. And he said, and the 2 dogs. let that sink in for a second.
Oh!
I feel like he's just saying, oh. Because they all kind of look at him expectantly.
Everybody's been looking at him, and he's like, it must be some inside joke. So he just goes, oh, right on, man.
I just sent in the chat how it's spelled. But they go, yes, we are made up of Ugga's forefathers. Are you the ladies' challengers represented by the Fates?
Okay, but making us fight the dogs.
Yeah, Michael Vick called.
Oh god.
Oh no, come on, man.
I mean, like, by definition, probably. But like in practice, why we gotta fight, you know?
Can we say not that we know of?
Ooh, that's not a lie. Not that we know.
You can try to maybe persuade the dogs. Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
I have a 25.
16. Oh wow.
Okay.
No, that's a lie. It's a 21, but still.
Okay.
Still pretty decent.
I looked a little bit above where I was supposed to be.
Okay. I think you tell them that, and they believe you. They understand that you are not emissaries of the lady. However, you see all of their noses sort of stick up in the air, and it looks to you that their heads are bobbing like they're sniffing, and between 8 noses, they all have a sudden realization. You have the lady's stench of blessing upon you. You may not realize you represent the lady, but you are in our way.
Well, I just smell really good because of my Axe body spray.
Oh my god.
So
that's when they know you're lying.
Excuse me, dog.
We are no mere dog. We are dogs. We are pack.
Oh my god, the pack tactics.
Let's see.
Chad doesn't want to fight them because he doesn't want old Dan to be upset, but he will kind of grip one of his hand axes again.
Old Dan, he comes toward them and he says, "Brothers, please, there's no need for any bloodshed here today. Please, I beg of you, as my descendants, I command you return to your graves." And they say, "We no longer recognize your ancestry, Old Dan. We cast you out from the family of Uga."
Oh.
Chad's going to take
That's
all three of
nice.
his hand axes at that point and raise them because he is so upset because how dare they say that to his old
I mean,
Dan.
to be fair, they are kind of unrecognizable from the original Uga.
Well,
Mhm.
Chad's going to try his best to make sure that they are intimidated, and with that, I'm going to roll an intimidation.
We really did that pretty disservice.
That's a 12.
Okay, on a 12, neither of them are intimidated. However, they reform their bones into one claw on one hand and one large axe in the other hand. And they come racing towards you, and they're all chanting in different tone of voices and at different times. "Combat! Combat! Combat for the gods!" And
Roll initiative, they chant.
Verb.
roll initiative, everybody. Also,
nuts. I got 5.
all right. Court got a 5.
4.
An unnatural 20.
Nice.
Ooh.
Gwen got a 20. Chad got a what was it?
4.
4. Okay. All right. It looks like I've got a 15.
Good for you.
Good for you. And that leaves Vix. And Vix got a 5. He'll go after Court. Alright, so up first in combat is Gwen.
Okay, Gwen is gonna mark Vix or Corey.
Okay.
She is. How far away are they? Not very far, huh?
No, I think you're all on a little bit of semi-submerged land that's about like a couple dozen feet wide, so they can't be any further than like 20 feet.
Okay, so Kudzu's out. I mean, in that case, she's just gonna stab.
Okay.
Hasn't killed her yet. Well, it actually has, but like. Alright, first attack. That's gonna be a 7 to hit. 6.
Okay, that does not hit.
Imagine that. Alright, next one's gonna be 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 does hit.
Okay, so that's 11 points of damage.
Okay. That 11 points of damage brings your axe down, or not your axe, your spear down through the head of one of the Ugas, piercing it, and the indigo light leaves its eyes. That Uga looks to draw back in anger. Vix yells, and Ive shouts, "Brothers!" And Ive turns to attack you, Gwen, in response.
Sick.
All right. So. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So it's going to take 2 attacks with its large claw against you, Gwen.
Okay.
The first one's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So that is going to be 10 points of damage.
Cool.
And the second one is a 8 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. So that is the end of Ive's turn. Court, it's your turn.
Sure is. So, let's think for a second. How far away is the farthest one from us?
The furthest one from you is now about 40 feet. It moved towards Gwen on the exterior of the circle, and you have, like, moved away from it.
So it's about 40 feet from us, you say?
Yes, you are literally at the furthest points of the circle from each other.
Incredible. In that case, I will be casting pyrotechnics.
Oh.
And what that means is I choose an area. Oh wait, hold on, never mind, misread the description. There has to be fire there already for this to work.
Well,
Ain't the way.
who has a glove of fire?
Me, I was planning on using it, so just you wait, Court.
Alright, so I'm gonna put a little pin in that one. And instead I will be casting tried and true good old firebolt on the one that just attacked my dear friend Gwen, and that's a 20 to hit.
That's okay. That's a 20 to hit. Does hit.
And that's gonna do 10 damage.
Okay, on 10 damage, your firebolt pierces clean through another head of an Ugga. And this time you hear both Vix and Ive scream in rage and anger. Vix is now going to turn back towards you, Court. And I think he's going to get on all fours and run towards you.
I don't like the sound of that.
But that is one action to reach you. And he's going to bring his bone axe up in the air to slash.
I suppose I can't take a dodge action or anything, can I?
Do you have a dodge action?
You know what? I sure don't. Wait, yeah, I do. Yes.
Oh shoot! How does that work?
Until the start of the next turn, any attack roll made against me has disadvantage if I can see the attacker, and I make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
But I don't. Does that mean you can dodge?
I don't think it does.
Attack?
I think I just gotta take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 18 to hit.
Oh, that hits, baby.
Ooh, baby. And that's going to be 8 points of damage.
Oh, I hate to see it.
You do. That you do. Up next is Chad. Vix is right up against Court, and you're pretty close.
I'm close. Okay, so I am going to, with my fire glove, I'm going to punch that Vix. And let's see if I can hit. That's a 17 to hit.
Okay.
And then what is it? Is 9 points of damage, and that's also fire damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to also, with my bonus action, I'm going to throw my other hand axe, or one of my hand axes at Ive. And that is, unfortunately, a 9 to hit, which I don't. Does that hit?
No, it does not hit. Ive holds his claw out in front of him and deflects the hand axe into the ground. Up next is Gwen again. Gwen, you're now opposite the circle from Vix, so you've got 40 feet between you.
Okay. How close is Ive?
Ive is around 20 feet.
Okay. Fortunately, Kudzu's a longbow, so that's still below its range.
What's the lower bound of Kudzu range?
Let me check that. I think it's 120, but I
Oh wow. Okay.
Longbow. 150, but it can reach up to 600 feet. So
if you ever have to snipe anybody in this campaign, you got it.
Yeah. But okay, let's see. So she's just gonna go stab Ive.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit on the first one.
Does hit.
Cool. She marked Vix as her quarry, so she doesn't get the advantage.
Okay.
But she does get a Colossus Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 8 points of damage.
8 points.
Okay, cool.
8 points.
Second stab. That'll be a 14 to hit.
It does hit.
Cool. 5 points of damage.
Okay. With those 2 attacks, you puncture 2 more heads, leaving a final head on Vix, and you now hear Vix's screams now come from a single voice, which Ive takes note of and is very upset by. And he turns and he starts to run the length of the battlefield back to Gwen. But because he ran the whole length, he makes only 1 attack, which is a bite. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's gonna be 12 to hit. 12 points of damage. How are you doing?
I'm okay, actually.
Okay, I figured you would be. Up next is Court.
So here's an idea. How far is Vix from me?
Vix has now moved. He's now 40 feet away. These
No.
creatures run. They don't seem to make logical decisions on where to attack next. They just run at whatever's angering them the most.
And how far is Ive from me?
Ive is about 20 feet.
I was about 20 feet, you say. And how's Ive looking?
Ive's looking much better than Vix, who has lost all but 1 head. Ive has 3 of his 4 heads.
Oh, wait, no. She attacked Ive.
Who attacked Ive?
When?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me. Burp. Okay, so
20 feet away from her.
All right. Gotcha. So you punctured 2 of his heads. So Ive is left with 1 head, and Vix is left with 2 heads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retconning it. That is correct. I've tried to do the math backwards, but here we are.
So Ive is 1 and Vix is 2, or the other way around?
Ive has 1, Vix has 2.
And Vix is how far from me?
Vix is 40 feet, I believe, and
Okay.
Ive is 20.
Okay, so I'm gonna take on Ive even though it only has 1 head.
Mm-hmm.
So here's an idea. Okay, is this something I can do? I have my glove of freezing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can freeze a 10-foot cube of water. Is there a way I could run towards Ive and then jump in such a way that I land on the hand with the glove and freeze the because we're in submerged land, right?
Right.
So we're all standing in like ankle-high water or something, right?
This is the worst planning I've ever done as a DM. Oh my word! Yes, you're standing in water.
Is there a way I could jump in and land on my hand in such a way that I freeze Ive in the water they're standing in?
Absolutely. You can target the cube too, so you can you can hold Ive in the ice and freeze him solid if you want.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah,
Can I just do that?
Yeah, I think you can, and I'm not even sure you have to roll anything with that thing. All right.
Maybe like a dex check or something?
No, there's really
or not,
not.
you know?
I think the glove was homebrewed for not use against enemies, but I'm gonna allow it because he's submerged in water. If it were just moisture from the air, I would say that's not correct, but I think I've set it up so that this is perfect. All right, so you're gonna encase him in ice, and he is now basically shackled.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Does that count as an action, or
That
do I
is,
still have an
yeah.
attack, or what's
Freezing is an action.
Tight. Okay, so I just have to turn.
Okay. So Ive is now shackled, which leaves Vix. Vix, I think, is going to run over to his brother and make a strength check, which I'm going to say if he beats 15, he frees Ive. He rolled a 2 plus his modifier is 6, so he does not free his brother. They're now both right next to each other. I think 20 feet from all of you in the center of a circle, since you are all surrounding him. Chad, you're up.
All right, Chad has 2 more hand axes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to throw. Is Ive like completely in ice, or is he just like frozen?
Ive is not in a block. Ive is, I think, frozen with ice that adheres to the bone, and it goes down further into. It gets wider at the base. So basically, his upper half is more exposed than his lower half.
Okay. So I'm going to throw one hand axe at Ive and the other one at Vic.
Okay.
So the first one is a 13 to hit.
Okay, that hits. Is this the Ive?
Yes, this is to Ive.
Okay.
And then that's going to be only 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to be a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
And then that's going to be 6 points of damage.
Okay. 6 points of damage to Vix is going to shatter another skull, leaving, I believe, just 2 left on his head. So he now has 2 as opposed to Ive's 1. Ive is going to spend his turn making a strength check, which is going to have to be higher than a 15 to free himself, since his upper half is free. That's a 14, so he's not going to free himself. Court, you're up.
It seems that's the case. I'm just gonna, cast the standy handy fire group against my ice boy.
Okay.
And that's gonna be a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
And that's gonna do a nice 8 damage.
All right. On 8 damage, your firebolt strikes the frozen Ive in just a way that immediately all of the bone that comprises his body shatters and all of his pieces fall to the ground and sort of get absorbed back into the ground as they turn indigo. That leaves Vix, who shrieks over the loss of his brother with his remaining head. And it's Vix's turn. Vix, I think, has no choice but to turn against Court, who he views as entirely responsible for his brother's death.
That makes sense.
And
Yeah.
he's going to make 2 claw attacks against you, Court.
You know when Pirates of the Caribbean, where Jack Sparrow gets captured and they're about to sacrifice to Will and says, "Save me."
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that towards my loyal party member.
You're gonna call out, "Save me."
Yeah.
The first attack is an 11 to hit.
And that does not hit.
Oh, and the second attack is a 18.
That does hit. Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be do. Oh wow. Okay. That is only going to be 10 points of damage.
Only 10? Wow.
Out of a possible 24, so...
Oh my god, yeah, that would kill me dead. Like permadeath. Like, I would not come back from that.
Alright, so he does 10 points of damage against you, and up next is Chad.
Okay. So, all 3 hand axes are gone. He is going to just take his great axe, Old Faithful, and hack.
And hack.
And hack. And he's going to miss because he got a 9 to hit.
Cool.
9 misses, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
Okay, Gwen, you're up.
King.
Yeah, so good thing is Vix is her quarry. So he's about to get got.
Got.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. Yeah, so she's gonna do the old stabby stab. That is gonna bring
A 3 to hit?
no, a 10 to hit.
Oh, okay. 10 does not hit.
Yeah. Next one's gonna be a 17.
17 does hit.
Okay, so let's make this one count, shall we? Or not? That'll be a 9 points of damage.
On 9 points of damage, you cripple Vix, and he sort of falls to his knees, looking very sort of weak, and indigo light is sort of fading from his last remaining set of eyes. Court, you're up.
Finish him.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna finish him. Let's see. Gonna do the old firebolt, of course, because I'm weak. Oh no.
Do you have
Wait, hold on. I rolled the wrong thing.
Do you have a cool one-liner?
Sorry. Oh. Okay. Is there an Elvis quote about killing someone?
Is there a what?
An Elvis quote.
Is there an Elvis quote about killing someone?
You can be like, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, dog.
That's pretty good.
If
Thank
you
you.
if you let your head get too big, it'll break your neck.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It's a 15 to hit.
Okay, a 15 does hit.
Thank God. And that's gonna do a cool 14 damage.
Yeah, 14 damage. You put the last firebolt cleanly through his head, and you hear nothing else come from him as he sort of returns to dust. Ash to ash.
That's where he goes.
Vix to dust.
Elvis to Elvis.
Elvis to Elvis. So all of the dogs are defeated. And you
But
all
not
Kinda
old Dan.
I kinda turned to old Dan and grimace an apology.
Old Dan seems to have some issues. The light's fading from his eyes, and some bones are sort of falling out of shape and out of place.
Oh
He
no.
goes, right. I seem to have come to the end of my line. Could
Hold all of his bones and say,
you
"Don't do this. Don't do this."
could you set me down just right there then?
Chad will, with tears in his eyes, who has never loved anything before.
Chad, do you have anything to say?
You have been the greatest friend I've ever had. And I will never, ever forget you, old Dan.
Oh.
And I want you to know that your legacy will live on with me for as long as I shall live. I will tell the story of old Dan.
The rest of the university.
Court, I think you're watching Gwen sort of comfort Chad as Chad lays the literal remains of old Dan on the ground. Court, behind you, you notice a light starting to glow. And through a portal seemingly through nowhere steps the lady. She can't be perceived by anyone else in the room, and she says, Court, would you mind being my vessel for a moment?
No. What does that entail? What does that entail, Miss Lady?
We can't let Chad lose this dog.
Yeah, okay, sure. I've had it.
He seems to have taught this man-child a lesson in moderation.
Yeah, I'm your vessel. Do what you gotta do.
Okay. So the lady stands behind Court, which is easy because they're shorter, and the lady puts her hands on their shoulders. Court, you reach out your hands, and you sense a warm healing magic leave your hands and sort of encapsulate the dog in light. And Chad, you look back at Court with like sort of fear but also amazement in your eyes. And
You would see through the tears.
you turn back to where you saw old Dan laid to rest. And in front of you is a fully fleshed out English bulldog who can no longer speak with you, but looks overjoyed to see you.
I am going to hold him in my arm and scratch behind his ears the way I know old Dan loves.
He
And
has ears now.
you have never seen a tongue in this dog before, but that tongue is out and kissing you and licking you, and he's very excited.
Oh my god. Chad is
Everyone
just
like that.
crying. He's going to say thank you, Court. This is better than all those times you tried to teach me chemistry.
The 3 times.
All the times you tried to teach me how to read. Reading when I have my best friend, old Dan.
Court, you hear her speaking, but you're not paying attention because you've turned to face the lady behind you who no one else can seem to see, and she says, Court, continue to mete out wisdom where you can. Find a way to bring light to those around you, and I will be in touch. Find the children.
Okay.
Find the children and learn your fate. And then with that, she steps back through the portal and vanishes. And that's where we're going to have to cut it this week, because with edits, we're going to come in at like an hour 58. All right.
My goodness.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for listening. Bye.